Good morning. It's actually the morning. Welcome into twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. My name is Grim Day, and I'm joined by, well, no Bibby. We have no Bibby today. God damn it. Busy day. So we do have 3 streams coming for you guys today. Why is my mic arm just suddenly decided to be all floppy? Nice. We have 3 streams coming for you today, starting with this one at The Scoop, the UK's #1 video game podcast. We will then go live at 1 p.m. on twitch.tv/official insert coin. Let me see if I got voice mods out. Twitch.tv/official insert coin. You get it. Nice. So yeah, we are live right now on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads with The Scoop. We'll go live on Insert Coin for our Coin Army stream from about 1 p.m. and then about 6:30 p.m.-ish tonight we will be live with PUBG. So if you're in the stream today, do feel free to stick around. We've got you busy for the entire day. I mean, obviously, it's nice weather outside, so do feel free to go and experience some of that if you want. It's fine. We get it. We understand. But, yeah, we can keep you covered for the majority of the day. Anyway, we are live right now, bringing you the biggest, the best, the breaking stories from the world of video games. I am going to give you my thoughts and impressions on those stories. I want to hear your thoughts and impressions, so if you're in the chat, please do feel free to get involved. And then give me your thoughts and impressions on my thoughts and impressions. That's kind of how the whole show works. If you are in the chat, we do go live on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads each and every single day.
My name is Optimus Prime.
Nice.
Down by the
Prime.
bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home. I dare not go. For if I do, my mother will say, "Did you ever see a goose kissing a moose? Down by the bay."
What the fuck is that? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that was. What is that? Who is that? What did... Bib, thank you for 45 months. Madness, mate. It's a madness. Nah, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I mean, damn right. But still, I appreciate it too. Thank you very much. I don't know what that is. I don't get the reference. I don't know the song. Michael Bay? Maybe Michael Bay. It could be eBay. That's the Yorkshire version. eBay. Anyway, we are live on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads, where we go live each and every single week at 10 a.m.-ish, is what I was saying before Bibby rudely threw down a 45-month sub on the stream. For those that may not have seen it, ! Loot drop. We do a giveaway to subscribers, or rather, one subscriber each and every single month. One person that subscribed to the channel gets gifted a prize, and that prize yesterday went to Rockstar Boss, who bagged himself one of these ICU blackout baseball caps, and also one of the extremely rare limited edition Subathon supporter tees. So he has bagged himself both of those. Those will be sent out pretty soon. As well as that, ! A few things. Type in ! Insert coin. You will get a link to official insert coin. That's where we will be live from 1 p.m. today. As well as that, ! GT Omega. We don't give those guys enough love. We do give them love, and they do appear like on the stream every time I move out the way. Look, GT Omega, there we go. They are our chair provider, not only providing chairs for our home studios, but the studio that we bring you the big content from. Also, I can't tell you what for, but they have just given us a bunch of chairs to give away. Is GT Omega not working? Is chatbot not on?
My name is Optimus Prime.
Do we not? This is Danielle Day. Thank you very much for your Prime 30. Well, back-to-back Primeage. Woo, woo. Hype train close. Why is there not? Get it? No, chatbot is up. Okay, maybe we change the command. Maybe. Do you know what? Let me see. Chair. Okay. I think GT Omega was confusing. I remember now. GT Omega, which is quite simple, really, was confusing, so we just put chair, ! Chair. So our chairs are provided by GT Omega. So this is a GT Omega Pro chair. We have GT Omega Sport chairs in the studio, and they have just given us 5 GT Omega Sport chairs to give away. So we have 5 racing chairs to give away. They aren't all... They're not stuff that anyone can win. I can't really say much more other than that. Nice. But the point is, they are supporting us with our content and helping support the communities that we work in, which is nice to see. So GG's boys and girls, GT Mega, obviously. A flipping nursery rhyme that is stuck in my head. Is that what it is? Down by the bay where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go.
This is bullshit. Rigged.
For if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a goose kissing moose down by the bay? I didn't, Mum. No, I didn't. I don't think I did ever, actually. Do you know, I've never seen a moose, let alone a goose kissing one. So, yeah, cheers, love. This is bullshit rigged. It is bullshit rigged, but we have something pretty exciting coming at the end of the month. We've just got a couple of bits to lock in. We should start giving the information on that next week, and that does feature some cool prizes for the community. Sadly, not the GT Omega chairs. They are for something else, but it's got to be fucking exciting. So yeah, do feel free to keep your eyes out on our social channels, particularly starting next week. Ooh. Today, though, as mentioned, we will be live over on Official Insert Coin, so make sure you follow Official Insert Coin on Twitch. Do it now. Do it right now, because that way you will get notified when we go live at 1 p.m. Myself and Bib are going to be playing PUBG over there because we are part of the Coin Army, which is why I'm wearing the sexy Doom hoodie. Because it's made by Insert Coin, and they made it and give it to me because they're beautiful people and it's nice. But yes, you can join us over there for some fun times today. Jumping back through the chat, Bay plus Optimus Prime equals Michael Bay. There you go, exactly. That's it, logic. I like it. Who are you and what have you done with Graham? I don't know what you mean. Are you referring to the fact that I'm live pre-11 a.m. or are you referring to the fact that I've had a haircut? Bit of both. We do have a bunch of stories for you today. I'm not going to stick around too long because of the aforementioned 3-stream day, but we have a story that's been shared within Discord. I believe it was Lake. Let me check. It was Lake. Lake did share this story. So our lead story is from IGN, and it's reportedly the fact that Rockstar has shelved Red Dead Redemption and GTA 4 remasters instead to focus on Grand Theft Auto 6. What do you think? Would you rather get a GTA 4 remaster and Red Dead Redemption remasters right now? Or would you rather wait a little bit longer to get Grand Theft Auto 6? Interesting. That's the lead story. We will then start talking about Ubisoft holding a multi-game showcase in September. Then we'll talk about the video games market, which apparently is declining year on year, which shows that the industry isn't recession-proof. We'll then talk about Xbox Games with Gold giving up on Xbox 360 games, and a Diablo Immortal story that has been passed from pillar to post all week might just get covered today. So if you're interested in that one, do stick around. But for now, we're going to be talking about, if I can just open it up on the screen, full screen. This written by, who is it written by actually? Let me see. Amelia Zollner at IGN. Rockstar reportedly shelves Red Dead Redemption, GTA 4 remasters to focus on Grand Theft Auto 6, and that is following the poor reception of the GTA trilogy remake. So jumping into the article, it says Rockstar Games reportedly shelved planned remakes, including Red Dead Redemption and GTA 4, to focus on the upcoming GTA 6. This is after Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy, the definitive edition, was released to negative reviews from critics and fans alike. According to a prominent leaker and reported by Kotaku, both Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto 4 remasters were, quote, on the table a few years ago, but Rockstar chose not to proceed with the projects in mind, end quote. However, according to Kotaku, these projects weren't fully cancelled and could possibly see a return to development after GTA 6 releases. Tez attributed the cancellation of these remakes to the especially poor reception of last year's GTA Trilogy remaster, which received a 5 in IGN's review for its sloppy redesign and straight-up broken mechanics. The studio is now focusing on GTA 6, which was confirmed to be in development earlier this year. Though it's already been announced, fans shouldn't expect a wave of news about the title for a while, as Rockstar plans to reveal details about the game on its own schedule. It's possible that GTA 6 won't come out until 2024, or 2025, and even then it'll reportedly have a smaller size with plans for post-launch updates to help eliminate crunch. Nice. Pretty concise, straight to the point. Let's get Bibby's clickbait title on the screen. There we go. Rockstar kills hope for new remasters. Bum, bum, bum. Do they? What are your thoughts? What are you excited to see GTA 6 being on the horizon? I bet we all are, right? It's been GTA 5 for the last million years. So So GTA 6, it's got to be not only a technological advancement that is incredible. I mean, GTA is already technologically advanced. Grand Theft Auto supports gameplay communities. It supports RP communities. It supports modding communities, and probably a lot more besides. So GTA 5 is already massive. GTA 6 surely will be pushing the envelope there. So surely we're all excited about that, right? But are we at the same time disappointed to see that GTA 4, hey cousin, let's go bowling, Nico. For those that have played GTA 4, that will probably still haunt your memories. And also classic Red Dead Redemption remakes. Is it gutting to see those disappear, at least for now, so that we can get our hands on GTA 6 in a reasonable time? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Lake says, I am both disappointed and excited about this. So there you go. Both. Bit of both. It's understandable. It's understandable. I mean, I get it. I do get it. There was an article maybe 18 months ago, maybe a little bit, maybe more. And I think it came from one of the Take-Two earnings calls where they were saying they want to diversify their portfolio. Obviously, they make a shitload of money. Take-Two owns 2K and owns Rockstar. So 2K brings in things like NBA 2K, WWE 2K, and all their other titles, obviously, that whether they're called 2K or not. And then Rockstar has GTA. So they clearly do make a good pot of cash from their games. But Take-Two was aware that they could make more. They wanted to essentially squeeze a little bit more out of that, which is understandable from a business perspective. We've got a few cash cows, whereas we could have more. We could be releasing more titles more regularly that bring in more cash. And that was a big focus for Take-Two. And I think part of that is the reason why we got Grand Theft Auto, the Definitive Edition, the remastered GTA 3, GTA Vice City, GTA San Andreas. That definitive collection, I think the reason we got that was part of Take-Two's push to give us more titles, to give us more content, to give us a little bit more to digest, but also a little bit more to spend on. And obviously, off the back of that, the internal plan was probably, okay, we'll go from that one and we'll go back into John Marston. We'll go to Red Dead Redemption, one of the best games of all time. We'll remaster that. Everyone will be super hyped from the GTA Definitive Edition collection, whatever it's called, that will jump straight into Red Dead. And then after that, we'll go back to GTA with a remaster of GTA 4. To be fair, all they need to do is fix the vehicle mechanics, and GTA 4 will be about 100% better, because the game was good, the vehicles were not. And yeah, remaster that and I'm happy. But bump in the road, the first of those 3 remasters on your internal plan is what you expect to be just absolute home runs off the bat. The GTA Grand Theft Auto trilogy, actually, I'll start again because I've butchered it. Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, the Definitive Edition is the name of that. I can see I've got the screen next to me. That's supposed to be a home run. That's supposed to be a landing that you do not mess up. You are sticking that landing all day. Grand Theft Auto 3, the first Grand Theft Auto that went open world third person. Oof, okay, this is where things kicked off. Grand Theft Auto Vice City, which for a lot of people is the best Grand Theft Auto ever, and for those that may not even think it's the best ever, think it's possibly the best soundtrack ever, and those that don't think GTA Vice City is the best ever probably think San Andreas is the best ever, which is also in that trilogy. That has to stick the landing, and the fact that didn't stick the landing probably made Rockstar go, ooh, okay. Not Rockstar, but Take-Two, probably go, okay, we were chasing profits. We were chasing critical reception of a high level. We thought we could just push these games back out and make shitloads of money at the other end, which you can do as long as the remakes and the remasters hold true to the original. And because it was almost like the way that it was described, and I could be wrong, I'm not a developer, I don't know QA, but it was almost described that it was machine learned. The upgrading, remastering of the original games was all done by machines, which is the reason why we got the donuts. What was it called? It was basically a nut and bolt donut shop. So it was a donut, like you see those like Doughboys donuts that rotate over American donut stores. It was one of those, but in the shape of a hexagonal bolt kind of thing, a nut, should I say? So yeah, nice. Okay, that's great. But in the machine learning remaster, they're like, okay, we're getting rid of all the jaggy edges because we're upgrading things, and they just turned it into a smooth donut, which lost the whole point of it. And then obviously lots of other things as well. That's the one that sticks out in my mind because it was so machine learned. It was so well done when it didn't need to be. And that's the machine element of it. So anyway, they thought we can just get the computers to do the remastering and make the money. After that, they realized, shit, okay, that doesn't quite work. So it will take a lot more manpower, it will take a lot more staff, it will take a lot more time, and we are already working on what's probably going to be one of the biggest projects the video games world has ever seen in GTA 6. After what GTA 5 brought to the table, you just know GTA 6 will push that. Whether it's a massive world, which we've already had in this article saying that it might not be, or whether it's almost like Fortnite or Warzone in the fact that we bring in the live service seasonal content into a world that already has strong single player game, because they can't really get rid of the strong single player element from GTA, right? Surely they can't. We have to have the Nico Bellics, the Tommy Vassettis, the Trevors, the so on. We need to have those storylines, the Carl Johnsons and so on that we play through, which then filters into the ever evolving GTA Online-esque world, but in GTA 6. So they've gone, okay, the machines can't learn. The machines can't do everything. We need staff and resources, and we're already having to incrementally roll out our content in batches because we want to avoid crunch. So, yeah, we're just going to have to shelve them. So I am disappointed to see GTA 4 going away. I am disappointed even more so to see Red Dead Redemption going away. I think Red Dead Redemption is a far better game than GTA 4. I generally would lean towards a GTA option, but Red Dead Redemption is better than GTA 4. It's story-wise, it's better than GTA 5 for me. I would have to think long and hard about where I would place it with Vice City and San Andreas, so I can't say that right now. So GTA 4 going is a bit of a pain. Red Dead Redemption remake going potentially, obviously none of this is confirmed, is a little bit more of a pain. But for us to get GTA 6 faster, if we're already looking at 2024, 2025, and that's with the potential of obviously a little bit of crunch, then you can't really put these on top of the development teams. Make all the resources ready to work on GTA 6. And if you do get there faster than planned, then switch focus to GTA 4 and Remaster and Red Dead Redemption Remaster. So I am disappointed, but it works well for me. I'm happy with that. Not all remasters work, sadly. GTA 6 would have me more excited, though, says JMK. Good morning, by the way. I did see you in time to stream this morning. I'll read. I was actually waiting both remasters somewhat, but afraid also after the mega flop of the trilogy. No, I get it. I understand. Just seeing tweets from Insert Coin. Beautiful people. No, I understand. Both games would be great. I spent a good chunk of time in GTA 4. It wasn't my greatest experience, and it was. We've mentioned it. I mentioned it already, but we mentioned it a few times. Bibby's mentioned it without even me prodding him towards it, which shows you how bad it was. The driving in GTA 4 was just shocking. It's almost like someone overthought how complex the driving needed to be and put in extra physics that just meant the vehicles were sometimes driving on ice. It was bizarre. You got used to it over time, but it was still always there, waiting to be a pain in the ass. That plus Roman, Nico's cousin, the one that always asks you to go bowling or go whatever, was just too much. You'd be like, okay, fine, Roman, let's go bowling. Nice. Shut up now. Leave me alone. And then 5 minutes later, he's ringing you again. It's like, ugh. So there was tedious things about it, but it was still a great game. Red Dead Redemption, though, was absolute pinnacle for PS3. That is possibly my best PS3 game. I mean, The Last of Us, No, The Last of Us was in there as well. I don't know. It's up there. It's up there. It's up there. GTA 4 and Red Dead Redemption 1 are on my top 10 of all time. Really? Interesting. I mean, Red Dead Redemption 1 I get. GTA 4. See, I would put GTA 5 ahead of GTA 4. GTA 3... No, I wouldn't. Not 3. But Vice City and San Andreas. So GTA 4 wouldn't be in my top 3 GTA games, let alone my top 10 games of all time. Red Dead could definitely be in my top 10 though. That's very possible. I don't know what my top 10 is. I've never thought and planned that out, but it's definitely in there with a shout. Definitely. So yeah, for those that missed it, that may have come in late, Rockstar has killed hope for the remasters of GTA 4 and the original Red Dead Redemption, both from PS3 era. They were never confirmed. They were always rumored, but now the rumors are saying that the teams that would be working on those have now jumped to GTA 6 to bring us that more collectively, more complete, and sooner, or as soon as possible. Once again, take it with a pinch. It's from prominent leakers in the industry, then reported by news outlets like Kotaku and IGN. So there is some hint of potential to these stories, but as always, it could entirely be fictional. If there is any updates, though, we will keep you, as you would expect, updated. Nice. Where did we get to? Okay, next story. We're going to jump, keep moving with the news. I'm going to try keep the show concise today because we are back on again, as mentioned, in just under 2 hours over on Official Insert Coin with our PUBG gameplay through the day stream. So keeping the pace going. This is story number 2. Let me take the discussing now from story number 1 off the screen. That'll probably help. So Tom Ivan at VGC has the news. Says Ubisoft is holding a multi-game showcase in September. Ooh, pretty exciting. Let me take it off the screen. So we have July. That's where we are. Okay. Not much to expect in July. There may be things, but nothing that we're expecting right now. Right? I believe we had some Nintendo stuff last week. That was end of June. We have Gamescom next month in August. So if we get something, maybe a PlayStation event this month, maybe an Xbox, maybe. I think we're more likely to get a PlayStation event because PlayStation are not going to be at Gamescom, right? There was a few other brands that said they weren't going to Gamescom. Whichever ones they were, I wouldn't be surprised if we do get some reveals, be it showcases or be it just title reveals. But Ubisoft committing to a game showcase in September, was that one of the brands that pulled out of Gamescom? Interesting if so. Anyway, we'll jump into the article. Yoda! Welcome to the stream, you are. Hi, how you doing? Ubisoft is holding a multi-game showcase in September. It previously said it would reveal the future of Assassin's Creed in September. Once again, Tom Ivan at VGC has the story, and it says Ubisoft will hold its next Ubisoft Forward game showcase on September the 10th, 2022, kicking off at, where are we? There we go, 8 p.m. BST. On a Saturday, the event will reveal updates and news on multiple games and projects from Ubisoft teams around the world. End quote. It will be broadcast on YouTube, Twitch, and on Ubisoft's official website. Ubisoft said it plans to, quote, unveil the future of Assassin's Creed in September. That was an end quote there, by the way, which could tie into the upcoming Forward event. The company also announced today that it will present a Skull and Bones gameplay reveal this Thursday. Refresh. I need a Sky Command. I don't have a Sky Command. Do you know what? Whilst everyone's... Hey, how you doing? Whilst everyone's getting back in, I am going to create a Sky Command. Add command, exclamation mark, Sky. What should we add to the Sky Command? Exclamation mark, Sky. It's us, not you. You might need to hit a refresh as Sky has shit the bed again. GG. Submit. Yes, there we go. Exclamation mark. Sky. It's us, not you. You might need to hit refresh. The Sky shit the bed again. GG. Let's go, Sky. God damn it. Where did I get up to? Good time for a rip as I could not watch for a sec. Well, wait, Lake, we did it for you. Me and Sky, we were just like, you know what? If we're going to drop out at some point today, what time is feasible for it? And we did. There we go. So I don't know how far you got in. I will try recap everything though. It's a pretty simple and straightforward news article, so we shouldn't have to go back over too much. Just adding the discussing now in. See, this is usually where I'd throw to Bibby, but it's even more apparent that I'm doing stuff on screen because the screen just shit itself. Ubisoft forward in September on screen bush. Nice. I don't know why we just had all the lights flashing like something was happening then. We had no follow, no sub, no gifted, no nothing. God damn it. If someone just hosted the stream, it might have been that. Thank you very much, anyone that does drop host down. We appreciate that. Even though it doesn't give us alerts on stream anymore, I appreciate anyone that does drop a host down. Can you start from the beginning?
No.
There we go. I don't think I can. Oh, connection appears to be unstable. Nice. GG Sky. Great. So yeah, Ubisoft Forward is taking place in September. For those that like watch-alongs, with this being 8 PM on a Saturday evening, this might be something we do, depending on what the plans are for that weekend. It's a good old while away. We're almost 2 months away. So 10th of September, 8 PM, Saturday evening, UK time, the event will take place, revealing updates on multiple games and projects from Ubisoft teams around the world. We can expect Assassin's Creed. They've already said we're going to get an update in September. Nice. Skull and Bones gameplay reveal, that's going to be in it, clearly. If those that don't know what Skull and Bones is, think Sea of Thieves, but less cartoony. They were both revealed alongside each other in the same conference or the same series of conferences at E3 maybe 4 years ago. Since then, we've had 4 years of Sea of Thieves and nothing from Skull and Bones, but it's finally getting here. Then we will see what else Assassin's Creed has. I mean, not Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft has. Will we get some Far Cries? Possibly. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see where they go with this. I'm intrigued to see how this ties to Gamescom. Does this mean their Gamescom appearances are going to be a bit moot? Because Gamescom has opening night live. They have one big conference hosted by Jeff Keighley, as is everything these days, on the first day of Gamescom. And they run through, like any conference, big news announcements ish. It's usually quite weak, if I'm honest. Summer Game Fest or E3 has the big announcements. The Game Awards at the end of the year has big announcements, and Gamescom sits in the middle. And Summer Games opening night live at Gamescom tends to be quite weak. I think like last year's biggest announcement was a Fall Guys. Or was that the year before? I can't even remember. See, that's it. I don't really remember what's been in the conferences because they haven't been that riveting. But they will probably have some form of announcements in there. I expect Ubisoft now to have announcements in Opening Night Live that will lead into their own Ubisoft Forward conference in September. I assume it's going to be you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. We'll give you some content as long as you can plug where we go, or at least our content teams around that will build up to more coming at Ubisoft Forward, that sort of vibe. But it is interesting. So we have probably bits of content landing through July, as mentioned. Gamescom in August. We have the Ubisoft stuff in September. Then we only have a couple of months until Christmas, and we get the Games Awards in December. It's just games everywhere. It's nice. I thought it was my incident. Nope, it's mine. It's mine. Good morning, gent. Good morning, Gagad. How we doing, dude? Alrit. What about the ladies? What ladies? Tiny Yoda. Good damn it. Good damn it. How's things though, Gagad? You okay? Did you actually? Let me see. Did you see my demo? Did I see your demo? Did you respond? Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did. Or at least I think you did. I did send you a DM, so we do have you. Yes. Okay, moving ahead. Video games markets are declining, apparently. You're just not spending enough. Get out there, spend a couple more quid, right? Right? Right. Now you don't have to, but for certain industries it might be nice, but you don't need to. We'll go through exactly what I'm talking about. I was just padding there while I got the article up on screen. Tom Phillips, Eurogamer, says video games market to decline year on year in 2022. Study suggests it's wrong to assume that the games industry is recession proof. So a new study has forecast how the video games industry will perform over the course of 2022 and suggests a year on year decline following a strong period of growth. The sale of games, consoles, and subscription services contributed to enormous $191 billion global total in 2021, which is almost as much as Nietzsche has spent on channels on Twitch. Nice. Which will fall slightly to $188 billion this year, according to Ampere Analysis. This follows extraordinary growth through the early stages of the pandemic, with a leap in spending especially noticeable from 2020 onwards. The reasons for this decline vary by gaming platform, with supply chain issues continuing to bottleneck the availability of consoles and PC hardware. Also, look at that dog there. Look at the dog. Oh, look at the dog. Hi. Hi. Okay, distracted. Sorry. Where do we get to? Ampere also notes a hit to PC gaming in key Asian markets due to the COVID-era closure of internet cafes, privacy changes on mobile devices impacting user acquisition, and the general withdrawal of support from Western companies for the Russian market following the country's invasion of Ukraine. The study notes how video games are not immune to the wider impacts of inflation and the ongoing cost of living crisis, as some have suggested. However, the suggestion is the industry will recover in 2023 as component shortages stabilize, delayed games are finally released, and new markets continue to further adopt gaming. Quote, after 2 years of huge expansion, the games market is poised to hand back a bit of that growth in 2022 as multiple factors combine to undermine performance, research director and longtime video games analyst Piers Harding-Rolls said. Even so, the year will end well ahead of pre-pandemic performance, and the outlook for the sector as a whole remains positive, with growth forecast to return in 2023. I mean, it's kind of obvious for me. I'm not. Do you know, I'm not even going to put a discussing now on screen because I don't feel it needs to be fully jumped into. This is an article always worth talking about because it frames future conversations. The video games market will decline year on year. So the number of consoles, the number of games, the number of software subscriptions sold last year will be higher than what gets sold this year, which usually shows that there's a lack of demand or a lack of desire to purchase in that industry. And I don't necessarily feel like it is that. The market is declining because the recession-proof industry of games is never has been recession-proof. The issues around recession and the market's declining, people drop frivolous and expensive things first, and video games can be quite frivolous and can be quite expensive. But if you think like the one-off cost of a console that will last you a generation ish, and then the cost of a game that will last you hours, one video game pound for pound is better than the same cost of going to the cinema in terms of how much you get back for it. So people realize that video games and subscriptions, particularly things like Game Pass, make video games so attractive. So the fact that markets declined but video game sales still remained high was because people could opt into that. But then when you add in things like not being able to buy consoles, naturally the market is going to decline. If people can't actually get hold of a PS5 when they want one, or get hold of a graphics card, which means that they can't really enjoy the games that they want to spend their money on their PC, then naturally the market is going to decline. So not being able to get hold of video games means it's harder to sell them. So that kind of, I agree with that. Then obviously you add in the more complex elements like mobile restrictions, taking Fortnite off of mobile devices, and then obviously video games being taken away from the Russian markets. That's a huge loss or huge impacts, and for the industry to only be down 3 billion, I know 3 billion's an astronomical amount of money, but when it's 191 billion and it's dropped to 188 billion, it's not that big a drop. Percentage wise it's not. Financially it's obviously a huge loss, but yeah, it's a something and nothing. It's down, but it's not really down story. So yeah, fine, nice puppy. yeah. Forget talking about the rest of the news. We'll just sit and watch the dog in the story. Hey, how you doing? There was a second like where the dog just kind of shuffled its way in. See if I can find it. Oh, I've probably passed it now. Where are you, dog? Where are you, dog? There, this is it. Watch. She's there, just talking away. Come on, doggy. I don't know how far I've got to skip forward. I don't want to skip anywhere. Oh, I missed it. No. Hi. Hi. There you go. Watch live on the Scoop where we do all the important things. Like watch dogs emerge from behind presenters. There you go. Okay, moving ahead. Anyone with Xbox Live or Games with Gold? Do you get that? Do you get Games with Gold with Game Pass? I'm not in the Xbox ecosystem right now. I am in the fact that I have an Xbox One S, which is a Twitch box. I don't have an active Live subscription. I don't have an active Game Pass subscription. I missed PupCam. It was a one-time opportunity, Lake, even though we've seen it twice now. So it's all right. It's all right, mate. It's all right, mate. Okay. Yeah. I'll give you the link. You can feel free to go back and watch the pupper emerge. Yes. So yeah, do you get Games with Gold with Xbox Game Pass, or is that just an Xbox Live thing? I'm not entirely sure. Either way, we'll jump into the news. Xbox Games with Gold will no longer include Xbox 360 games from October. This is by Tom Ivan at VGC. For those that don't know what this is, Games with Gold is basically Xbox's, and I'm stick with me with this. This is Xbox's half-assed attempt at copying PS Plus free games. So PS Plus gave you free games. Xbox half-assed trying to copy that with Games with Gold, and it was super convoluted. You didn't get them all every month. You had to log in twice a month to get them at different times, and it was just not great. However, then Xbox then smashed the shit out of that with Game Pass, which PlayStation then half-assed with their PS Plus stuff now. Anyway, so yeah, Xbox Games with Gold are the free games that you get being an Xbox Live subscriber. If you're a subscriber to Live every month, you would get like 1 or 2 games on the first-ish of the month, and then 1 or 2 games around the 15th of the month. So the start of the month, and then mid-month, like 2 weeks at a time. But it will continue to offer Xbox One games and savings each month. So Xbox Games with Gold will no longer include Xbox 360 titles beginning in October 2022. That's according to an email Microsoft has started sending to subscribers, including Stardock General Manager Brad Sands. From the 1st of October, this is a quote by the way, the monthly games provided to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, there you go, Ultimate, there you go, nice, and Xbox Live Gold members via Games with Gold will no longer include Xbox 360 titles, it reads. We have reached the limit of our ability to bring Xbox 360 games to the catalogue. However, Games with Gold will continue to include Xbox One titles and exclusive savings each month. This will not impact any Xbox 360 games that you downloaded before October 2022, it's added. Any Xbox 360 titles that you redeem via Games with Gold before that time are yours to keep on your Xbox account, regardless of whether you continue your subscription. Update. A Microsoft spokesperson has confirmed the plans in a statement issued to VGC. We're always looking at ways to evolve the Xbox experience based on community engagement, feedback, and shifting company priorities, they said. We have reached the limit of our ability to bring new games to the catalogue from the past due to licensing and technical constraints. We will continue to focus on providing Xbox One titles through the Games with Gold program. I mean, there is a little bit more, but we probably don't really need to jump into that. I think that's kind of self-explanatory. Games with Gold, I was being a bit harsh to it. I was just trying to show that some brands get it right and some get it wrong, and then it can flip reverse. The fact that PlayStation, PS Plus games, and then Games with Gold, everyone always knows about the PS Plus games, but the Games with Gold was kind of forgotten. And then you flip that round. Game Pass is great, everyone knows about that, but PS Plus Essential, Extra, and Premium is confusing as feck. So that's what I was trying to get out of there. But you still get free games. So even, ouch, punched the mic arm, even if you aren't interested in subscribing to Game Pass Ultimate, you just want to stick with Xbox Live, you can still get games for free every month, which is a great thing. I don't ever want to undermine that. They may not be the games that you want all the time, but it is a great thing. And the fact that has been running for years, the fact that we are 2 generations on from the Xbox 360, it's not surprising that we might see Xbox 360 games drop off of that offering, because Xbox 360 games are 2 generations old. The game mentions technical limitations. That game that could be given from the Xbox 360 era might not have active servers again anymore. So it's pointless going, oh, just throw us Pro Evolution Soccer 6, the first football game from that I played on the Xbox 360. Throw us that onto a Game Pass. Great, but you can't play it online, so you only get half the game. Ah, okay, all right, yeah. Didn't think about that. So there's those sort of restrictions. Some of the games don't have active servers. Some of the games just don't work on the system. Maybe they've not gone through the backwards compatibility program. So there's all sorts of reasons there for games with gold to just go, do you know what? Okay, we're drawing a line in the sand here. Anything that was on the Xbox 360, that's just another step in terms of smoothing out backwards compatibility. If we can just work on the Xbox One generation, which we already know is supremely close to the Xbox Series generation, then that just makes it easier for them to deliver a better, more cost-effective service. So it makes sense. Speaking of value, Minesweeper Pro is currently free on Android. Is it? I haven't played Minesweeper since I was in uni. God damn. It was coming. They stopped making games backwards compatible a while ago, so only so much they can offer. Yeah, exactly. Beyond that, it starts to just... At that point, you're starting to just create unnecessary cost, which that cost has to be eaten somewhere. I imagine most of these 360 games don't have in-game purchases or season passes and things like that for the games to create revenue, which will then feed back into the Xbox ecosystem. So I imagine it's a case of Xbox just... It would be too much. They'd have to start putting up the price of live or things like that to account for the cost of that. So it makes sense. They've used the available resource. Let's move forward. It is what it is. Okay, one final article, and because I've managed to keep the pace going, we do actually have time to jump into this article. We have shelved this article twice this week, which is not bad to say. We're only on 3 episodes. So it's been on all 3 episodes, but not made it into any of the episodes, but we're finally featuring it now, and that is Diablo Immortal. Written by Jordan Midler, what seems like a lifetime ago now at VGC. Diablo Immortal is making more than $1 million per day, despite criticism. The game has been downloaded over 10 million times, it's been claimed. So Diablo Immortal is still making $1 million a day, despite criticism of its microtransaction model. That's according to data from AppMagic, published by MobileGamer.biz. According to the data, the mobile entry in the Diablo franchise, which was released last month, has sustained a steady stream of revenue, despite ongoing criticism from fans of the series. Revenue from the title peaked just over a week after launch, with Blizzard earning $2.4 million. However, now, over a month after release, and with negative public sentiment still surrounding the game, Diablo Immortal is still pulling in more than $1 million per day. Excuse me 1 second. Just needed to yeet Slack, which just almost popped up on screen. Nice. So the game, which surpassed 10 million downloads last month, allows players to purchase a large number of items from its in-game store. Despite the strong revenue performance, Diablo Immortal has been met with a strongly negative reception from users. Earlier this month, the game's Metacritic user score dropped to 0.2 out of 10, the lowest ever in the website's history. This included a report published during the game's opening weekend that calculated that it could cost players up to $110,000 to fully upgrade a character in the game. As outlined in a Reddit thread, there's a whole level of upgrades that only unlocks once a player manages to get their 5-star gems to rank 10. Doing this is estimated to cost up to $40,000 in loot boxes, according to the thread. And shortly after launch, the game's director Wyatt Cheng claimed on Twitter that the backlash to the game was based on misinformation surrounding it. Whew. What do we say? Loot boxes clearly work, and they're great, and they should last, and they should be in every game because they make $1 million per day for developers. So that's the argument. That's the end of the show. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye. No, that's not it. That's not it. This. I hate seeing stories like this, because for every time I say Loot boxes are disgusting. I do not like them. I do not like gambling on video games because that's what it is for me. It is gambling. You cannot tell surprise mechanics. Whatever game, whatever series, whatever franchise, I don't like it. And I love PUBG. It has it. I love football games. They have it. I love wrestling games. They have it. It exists way too often throughout the industry. But as much as you want to slap it down, whilst it's not illegal, you may say it's immoral. Immoral is not illegal. Whilst it's not illegal, could you really blame a company for going after $1 million per day? When the world is so fragile, can you blame someone for securing the bag? And this is where I feel like it's not just on the developers. I'd love to see developers go, do you know what? That's it. We are ethical developers. We are not going to have any form of loot boxing, anything that touches on gambling, especially if it's something that is available to children. But beyond that, we can have it for people that want it, but it's not core to the gameplay. It doesn't offer any tactical, any functional advantage. It's just cosmetics and stuff like that. That sort of stuff, whatever. Okay, there's multiple different versions where that can work for me. But a developer getting $1 million per day, like how long after launch are we now? Is it a month after or something like that? 1 month after release. It peaked at $2.4 million in a day. So let's just ignore that. Let's say 1 month after release. This game's already made $30 million. It's probably closer to $40 million or more. Can you really blame a developer going after that? So you can. And that's where I feel like legislation comes in. I feel like we should have governmental bodies saying, okay, you can't do that shit. If you want to earn, people out there want to spend $40 million in a month. Find legitimate ways to do that from the masses rather than preying on those that are your cash whales or those that are weak and vulnerable. That's enough for me. That's all I need to say. We've said it before. Don't need to say it again. But GG's to the Diablo Immortal team for absolutely raking in the cash on a game that is rated 0.2 out of 10. What the fuck? We've made enough money to secure the company long term. We have now removed loot boxes. Will never be said. Exactly. And that's the thing, is as difficult as it is to exist in the world right now, we've already seen the games industry is in decline. Air quotes. It's not really. Year on year it is anyway. Officially, but not really. We've already seen a little bit of recession in the industry there. That's based on the fact that it costs an absolute fortune just to exist these days. We are all probably worse off this year than we were last year, even with pay increases factored in, unless you're Tito, who got like a 60% pay increase because, absolute baller. But he's not even here to hear that, so I can say good things about him when he's not here. Nice. So yeah, unless you've got a stupid increase, you are probably worse off this year than you were last year because the food that you eat costs more, the gas that you use to cook it costs more, the electric that you use to see it costs more, the car that you use to drive it costs more. Not only that, the fuel that goes into the car costs more. Everything costs more. So I'd love to see them earning revenue off people that could play the game to get there. What was the name of the character? I didn't say it. Just as the fully upgraded character will cost $110,000. Some people will be like, fuck yeah, whatever. That's fine by me. Some people legitimately have that much money to throw away. I know real life cases. G was talking about, he wasn't. So I know real life cases where people can throw down and do throw down that sort of money. I'm not going to name names. So yeah, that's great for a very, very finite amount of people. $110,000 is not pocket money for the majority of the entire population of the world. So when we're all worse off this year than we were last year, that's just criminal, having that sort of predatory mechanic in there. And like Baby says, if they made enough money to secure the company long term and they changed it around, that's great. But that it says will never be said. It kind of did get said. If you think about it, it kind of did get said. Fortnite launched as Save the World. Didn't do very well. So Fortnite Battle Royale launched, which had loot boxes, and then they added in season passes, and then they realized it must be like 4 years ago now when Epic went, you know what, Fortnite having loot boxes is not legit. They've not specifically said we've made enough money to secure the long term on the company, so we'll take loot boxes away. What they said was it's not right having loot boxes in this. We don't believe it's the fairest way for the content in the game to be achieved. So they didn't say that specifically, but that's the closest we've probably got to that example. One company earning enough to go, do you know what? Fuck that. Let's do it properly. Most companies earn enough and then go, let's just keep taking a bit more. Let's take a little bit more. And just a bit more. A bit more. And a bit more. And then just keep going until, oh, fuck, we went under. Because, either regulation changed or people realised that we were... So, yeah. I would love to see more companies do that, but I don't think we're going to see it. £2 for a litre of diesel, crazy it is.
I like it when companies just take the tip. What?
I like it when companies just take the tip. What? Me too. That's why it's good to be in America. They love the tip in America. Yes, nice. It's the internet. Of course you can blame them. That's it. Okay, fuck's sake. Diablo Immortal devs. Can't remember who developed you. But you guys... name names. No. He's because it's not my story to tell. I would name names, but it's not my story to tell. It's someone that I know through someone else. So I would be sharing someone else's secrets that were already shared with me. Although it wasn't really a secret, but still, you know what I mean. Yeah. It's not mine to tell. But it was someone that was very, very well off. Anyway, on that bombshell, we are going to finish up. So if you missed it all, Viv, mate, thank you for 7 whole months. That's ridiculous. 2 more months and we get our baby. A wee baby. Nice. I appreciate you, dude. The stories, though, that we had today. Rockstar has reportedly shelved remasters for Grand Theft Auto 4 and Red Dead Redemption. Ubisoft has a conference in September where we will probably see the future of Assassin's Creed and more. Well, we will see more because it is a multi-game showcase, so it's not just Assassin's Creed. The video games market did decline year on year in 2022, although even though it says it's wrong to assume the games industry is recession-proof, it also in the article says that it pretty much ignore that. So there you go. Games with gold, that's the Xbox games with gold, will no longer include Xbox 360 games from October onwards, which makes sense because that's 2 generations ago. And the supply has been exhausted. And speaking of exhausting supply, Diablo Immortal is exhausting everyone's supply of funds as it rakes in $1 million a day despite being the lowest rated game on Metacritic in history. God damn. It's Bibby, isn't it, G? It is Bibby. Yeah, that's why we have the subathon, because he's just always throwing the money down. Yeah, it's Bibby. It's definitely. Yeah, fucking right. See that? There he goes. The lady doth protest too much. I think. But that's it from us. We appreciate all those Skyrim versions. How do you think Bethesda even are in business? If Microsoft didn't come in and buy them, they'd have been screwed without 20 copies Bibby over there. And that's 20 copies a day. God damn. But yeah, we are going to disappear. We appreciate everyone that drops in. Thank you for sticking around through the news stories today. I am gonna see if we have a friend to raid. I was gonna say I wasn't gonna raid, but we do have an hour and 20 minutes until we're live over on Insert Coin, so I will drop a raid in someone. Do feel free to stick around for that raid, but in the meantime, remember that we are back on Twitch again in an hour and 20 minutes. We're gonna be live on twitch.tv/official Insert Coin, which I can give you the link in the chat. Insert Coin. Nice. There you go. There is the link. You can also get 20% off their merch, like this tee, hoodie even, by using our code. You don't have to. We don't earn on the the discount codes. You don't have to do it to support us. That's purely to save you 20% off. So don't worry about support and stuff like that. Feel free. At 1 o'clock, yep, we're going to be live from 1 till 4 on Official Insert Coin. We're going to be playing some PUBG console. Me and Bib, and then we'll probably open that up potentially to some community games and stuff. So, yeah. Just in time for me to leave my desk for lunch. Nice. Nice. Just in time for you to join then, right? Or do you watch? Or is that just in time for you? Do you mean you're just in time to bugger off and turn your back on us? It's fine, because you can join us for the 2 hours that remain after that. You just missed the warm-up hour, if that is the case. What are you playing later? PUBG! PUBG on console. So if people are around and do want to jump into some PUBG fun times, do feel free to let us know. Clock is 1:40 here. Oh, yeah, you are 2 hours ahead. Yeah, I'll be buggering off. Fine. What are you getting for lunch, Gagad? Do you know what you're doing? What are you getting? Give me the details. Give me the details. Come on. So, yeah, stick around. We are going to drop a raid on... Let's see who's on. No, Big Ham. There we go. Ham. That's it. Ham dropped a raid on us yesterday, I believe it was. So let's return the favour. Let's drop a raid on Big Ham. Stick around for the raid for Big Ham. As mentioned, we are going to be live on Insert Coin in an hour and 20 minutes. We'll see you then. We'll stay on there for 3 hours, and then we'll be back on for the third stream of the day this evening at 6:30. More PUBG. So yeah, that's it. That's it. If you do want to get involved in the games, do feel free to join us on Official Insert Coin. But if you want to get involved in the shows, you can submit any news that you want us to discuss, like Lake has done with the IGN Rockstar story that we led the show with today. That was submitted by Lake in the Discord, !Discord, if you want to get involved with that. All you need to do is drop the story in there with the link. Your thoughts and impressions, we'll give you our thoughts and impressions on the show tomorrow, which will be at 10 a.m. ish. Yeah, nice. That's it though. Have yourselves a beautiful day. Until next time, stay frosty.